Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm bringing you the best air attacks in the current meta at TH14. I will show you a Tribrid with dragons, Dragon Riders, and Inferno Dragons. Also an attack that only uses Inferno Dragons and Dragon Riders, as well as the popular Queen Charge Dragon Riders, a Flybrid with bats, a good old DragBat, and also a couple of Lalo variants, one with a Queen Charge, one with Blizzard, and one with Saps and the Log Launcher. And at the end, I'll finish it all with the mother of all spams, the Edrag spam. But my first attack is an attack I'm sure you've never seen before, so stay tuned for that one, as it was really well planned and executed attack. All of this happened in a recent friendly war against WHF. GG to them for a great war. We ended up winning by 1 star. We finished with 90 stars, and even though they had 89 stars, they finished with an average destruction of 100% and total destruction of 99.97. Their only fail was rig and space, and it was only at 99%, and pretty much it was a time fail. It was almost down, but we ended up winning thanks to that one building. So let's go to the crazy attacks. So the crazy attack is from Fresh. As you can see, he's coming in with all of these loons with the ward, and then he's going to be sending his blimp from behind. Have a look at the composition of his army. He's got the 5 healers, the P.E.K.K.A, more loons, sneaky goblins. He's got everything there. The blimp ends up getting all the way to the eagle compartment, and the value that he can get from here is crazy. He gets Expos, Eagle, Infernos, Queen, and actually if those small bombs hadn't killed some of his wizards, he would have been able to get even more. He would have been able to get the other Expo and the other Inferno. The base would have been done. However, that's a lot of value, and also as you can see with the loons and the warden ability, he ended up clearing a lot of the 12 o'clock area. And then he just starts with his queen. Obviously she's already been funneled, so he's gonna send her towards 9 o'clock, sends the super wall breakers as she goes in. Now that we've got a little bit of time, let's see what he does. He ended up sending all his sneaky goblins, clearing some of the containers, so that the rest of his sneaky goblins could go and get rid of the town hall nice and quick. Sends a few trillion loons over there as Coco loons for the queen, also as AD was hitting his healers. They do pick up a couple of black mines, so that's really nice, and he did end up sending another super wall breaker so that the queen had access to the scattershot and also that single inferno. Then he sends the royal champion from behind with a couple of wizards just to clear the trash buildings there. The royal champion ends up getting rid of the other scattershot, and then she ends up going down. Now that little detail of putting the skelly spell there in that corner was amazing. It ended up tanking the warden statue and ended up tanking the archer tower, which pretty much allowed the royal champion to get even more value. Then once that's done, then he sends his king from 5 o'clock just to go up, the headhunters to kill the defending king. Then he can just keep going around. The queen ends up getting rid of the AD. Everything is reachable by the king and the royal champion. This was a beautiful triple by Fresh against Alex. Very nicely done. Then this one is the Tribrid that I was going to say. So basically in this video I'm going to be showing you all of the air attacks that are really powerful, and for me I believe this is like the most powerful air attack at the moment. I've been using it everywhere, in war, in legends. I'm just getting triple after triple after triple. As I said before, you use the king and queen on one side to funnel and also to get rid of the eagle. Then you send your Tribrid in a line with the blimp from behind to get the town hall, and then you just let them fly around. You've got so many freezes that you just end up freezing everything. Over here probably I should have frozen that queen and scattershot while the dragon rider was there just clearing that scattershot. I didn't think quick enough, so then I ended up just freezing the sweeper just to make sure that my dragon riders down south could get rid of the expo and the sweeper nice and quick, so that allowed my dragons to just keep flying around the base. My royal champion ended up surviving, and then she was gonna be able to get rid of the queen and the scattershot as well before dying. We still have a couple of dragons, we still have a couple of inferno dragons, we still have the warden statue as well. That multi-inferno went down. There's an AD left. We do have the archers there, but the dragons do end up surviving, get rid of it, and we got a triple against Queen Bee. Then let's say you don't want to use dragons, so we've got Ella coming in with the Inferno Dragons and Dragon Rider spam with the loons as well, using the wooden ability nice and early for the Blim to go and take out the Tankle. Now what that creates is also a nice little funnel for his Inferno Dragons to just keep going around the base. He also brought a couple of Skelly spells and also freezes, and he does have the king and queen walking from 9 down to 6, clear that eagle, but also what that creates is allows his entire army to remain in the center of the base and keep flying in an anti-clockwise formation, basically just to go from 9 down to 6 to 3 and then finish at 12. Using the Royal Champion from 3 o'clock, it ended up helping all the troops, and they finished on that cannon, and then it was just cleanup. This was a very nice attack, so as you can see, you can pair up the Inferno Dragons and the Dragon Riders nicely. Then we've got this attack, which is by Sai, and it's the Queen Charge Dragon Riders. Now this attack didn't go as planned as he wanted, so he wanted to charge the Eagle and he wanted the King to go into that multi-inferno compartment. Now he blames his mom, but well, his king ended up walking away. However, one of the good things about a good attacker is when they can fix the mistake, and obviously here the king is walking down south, so he needs something to go and clear that multi-inferno. The Royal Champion is at 12 and he wants the Royal Champion to clear that scatter shot, so he sends one Dragon Rider for that multi-inferno. That little fix was perfect, and that way he can get rid of those defenses. He can make sure that his killers will remain with enough health that are gonna support the queen to keep flying. Now he sends all of his Dragon Riders from like 7 o'clock to fly to the scatter shot, and then they're gonna be flying south and going up. The queen can get rid of the multi-inferno in the center of the base, and now he sends his Blim from behind, and he also had a couple of headhunters for that Royal Champion. Once she goes down, then they kill the king. The Blim gets all the way to the Tankle. That goes down. The 80 also goes down. Now there's only a single Inferno there, but he still has 3 Dragon Riders. He still has his queen. He freezes it. He still has one more freeze to go. The Tornado Trap gets triggered by the queen, but the Dragon Riders are still getting rid of all of the defenses. Uses the final freeze over there with the Tesla farm. This was a very nice attack by side. Yeah, it didn't go to plan, but he ended up fixing it, and it worked really nicely. Now another attack that is really good at the moment, if you like using Flybrid, is the Flybrid with bats, and here Dressa is gonna show us how to do it. So he's sending his king and queen with the ice golem just to clear that AD and eagle compartment. They're gonna be able to get rid of quite a few defenses there. They're gonna be able to get rid of the king as well, and the king might be able to just damage a little bit. No, I thought that he was going to be able to damage a little bit of the queen or the Royal Champion, but he ended up beating a wall, so it didn't work. Now he sends all of his dragons in. Now the queen ended up getting rid of too many buildings over there, so that pushes all of his dragons a little bit more towards the outside. So I don't think that he wanted that pack of dragons being outside. You want your pack to be on the inside. However, it ended up working nicely. He sends his Blim from behind towards the town hall so that the town hall goes down nice and quick. He still has 4 freezes and 7 bats. The Dragon Rider ends up getting rid of that multi-inferno, which is really good. If that multi-inferno has stayed up, then it would have been a little bit of a different story. So now he starts with his bats with the Royal Champion tanking that Wizard Tower. So now there's only the Scatter Shot and the Wizard Tower left. The Tornado Trap does end up killing half of his bats. However, he's got so many freezes that he can just keep freezing that Scatter Shot and Wizard Tower until it goes down. Uses the Royal Champion ability, the Wizard Tower goes down, and this was a very nice triple by Dressa with the Flybrid bats. Now let's say you don't have Dragon Riders, so you can just do just an original DragBat, which Jack does here against M&M, putting the Edrag at 12, just creating a bit of a funnel. Then he has his king and queen going at 9 o'clock into the Scattershot compartment. They're going to be able to get rid of the Scattershot, and hopefully they're going to be able to pull the queen soon. Nope, the dragons end up killing her. Sending Blimp from behind again, using the Warden ability. The Blimp makes it all the way to the temple. His dragons are getting rid of all of the splash damage. That's pretty much what you want to do. You want your dragons to just get rid of the multi-infernos, the scatter shots, the wizard towers, and then the bats can just fly through the entire base. A Tesla farm can still kill them, so Teslas don't do splash damage, but if the Teslas are all grouped together, then it's something that you need to be worried about. Or if there's a defending queen, or if there's someone told me that also the builder hats all grouped together can also kill a lot of the bats very quickly, so just keep an eye on that. But basically you want to get rid of the splash first. Now we've got Fresh again coming in with a Queen Charge Lalo. So this is one of the variants of the Lalo as well. So just like dragons are really strong at the moment, Lalo has always been strong, will always be strong. One of the reasons why Lalo has always been strong is because it's a very hard attack to do. All of the dragon attacks, to be honest, I think they're very easy. You can just, if you see the base properly, you just set up your funnel, you send your dragons. They're so powerful that are going to be going through the entire base. Now Lalo attacks, they require a little bit more planning, and Queen Charge Lalo is one of the toughest. So over here he decides to bring a jump for the queen. She's going to be able to go all the way inside. As you can see, the king has already funneled at the top, and then he says he's royal champion just to clear some of the buildings at 12 o'clock. The queen is going to be able to get into that little compartment. Have a look at those builders. I have no idea what they're doing. They're just glitching, I think. And the queen is going to be able to get rid of the tank hole. That's going to allow the Lalo just to continue flying down towards 9. With the headhunters, they ended up killing the defending queen very quickly. All of the loons at 9 o'clock, they're going to be able to get rid of the defenses, and then they're going to be going down and help the queen that is getting smashed by the Expos. She still has her ability, so it really doesn't matter. This base was smashed, very nicely done by Fresh, and this was the second triple that we showed from him. There were quite a few guys in this war that ended up getting 6-packs, so Fresh was one of them, and with very nice attacks. So another one of the Lalos is the Blizzard Lalo. So if you're not extremely good at Lalo, for example, like myself, I'm not a very good Lalo player. I found that Blizzard Lalo was easy to execute, or a little bit easier to execute, and you get so much value. As long as you have a lot of value with your Blizzard and then your Suri heroes, then the Lalo side of it is just, it could be anything. It's just kind of like a clean-up Lalo. So over here, he's already gotten a fair bit of value with the Blizzard, and then he sends his king and queen towards the town hall, supported by the royal champion as well. She's going to be able to clear all of those defenses at 9 o'clock, and the queen is going to be able to get rid of the town hall nice and quick after getting rid of the expo, using her ability. Now he also has an invisibility spell, which was perfect because that way the Lassie is going to be able to get rid of the scatter and the single inferno in the center of the base, which is beautiful. Now he sends a couple of loons to get rid of that defense, and then they're going to be going down, and the reason he's going from 12, I believe, is because that Tribrid is facing south. Otherwise it would have been better to go into the eagle first. However, I'm guessing that's why he decided to come from 12. Uses the warden ability. They're still going around. He's got a few loons going to the center of the base just to get rid of that sweeper, and then he's got a few loons on the outside. They're all going to be collapsing, going down to the eagle, and as you can see, well, the eagle doesn't have to go first, it can go last, and this was a smashed hit by it. Very nicely done by him. And then we've got this other one, which is the Saps. So he's zapping the Molten Inferno and the Queen in the center of the base. I think maybe he could have gotten the Air Expo as well if he had moved his zaps a little bit, but that's enough value. And then he starts with his Ice Golem and Log Launcher with the Queen and the King all going in. As you can see, the King is getting smashed a lot, like all the ground expos and the air expos are hitting him, so he's gonna go down very quickly. I don't think he was expecting it to go down that quickly, and then the headhunters ended up killing him. He uses a poison for them. The Yetis end up dying very quickly. I think he wanted the Yetis to keep going in towards the town hall compartment. I don't know if he was expecting his hero push to get rid of the tank, but I think he was expecting that single to go down. However, look at how much value he's gotten from the Saps and his Sui heroes. Like, he pretty much got rid of almost 50% of the base. So now he starts with his Lalo. Now he's going to be finishing on the tank, so this can become from 3-star to a 1-star very quickly. But he still had a couple of freezes, uses the haze, uses the warning ability, finds the tornado trap, tank goes down, uses the last haze just to try to push them away from the poison. He ended up pushing them away, and this was a beautiful triple by St. June. Very nicely done with the Zap Lock Launcher Lalo. And then finally, the mother of all spams. So this is what started all the air spams, which is the Edrag spam. So here we have Mr. Millen coming with the king and queen at 9 o'clock, just funneling a baby dragon at 6, and then he sends all of his Edrags. The way that you use it, warning ability nice and early, double rage, everything goes in. And this is pretty much what I've been doing, using with my Tribrid, and it just makes it really strong. I did try Edrags and I could never make them work the same way that I'm making Tribrid work, so I feel like Tribrid is a little bit easier in regards to that. But Edrags, if you know how to use them, they're a very strong spam strategy, and you, like, everyone just thinks that you just place them there and let them do their thing, and that's what you do. But to do that, you actually have to identify the base, you have to identify where to come from, because there's many areas where you can come from, and sometimes it might not be the best, and all of your Edrags die and they all split up, and then it's a 1-star. So this was War Against WHF. Those are the attacks that I think are the strongest at the moment at Tangle 14. GG to WHF for a very nice war. What do you think of it? And if you liked the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.